Good morning. Now, as every car guy knows, sometimes things kind of pile up. This car's broken, that car's broken, the other car doesn't run. Things pile up. So today's video is literally just me going around kind of fixing some things with the Corvette. Last time y'all saw the Corvette, I was curious if the head gasket was bad. I thought the clutch was going out. It's really just a slave cylinder. It's not a big deal. I made it a worse deal, but we'll talk about that. I have, this window never rolled down, but I have a window motor for that. The Tahoe, I do need to be fixing the AC, but I don't have the stuff to do that, and I'm not going to get to do that today. So instead, I'm going to fix the radio, because that makes all my problems go away. So I also have one other vehicle to fix. So why don't we go ahead and get started on that and get this video going. Alright, so this is a 2002 Ford F-150. Now, I'm not the biggest Ford guy, especially after the 2000s, but this was something that we borrowed from a friend from church. So before I give it back, I'm going to try to help her out a little bit, fix it up, fix the little issues. The only thing we're really doing on this today, very, very simple. The MAF sensor is giving issues. Randomly at idle, it will, the RPMs will start jumping. Sometimes they're pretty aggressive actually. And I know it's the MAF sensor. Don't want to replace it. I will if I need to, but my good buddy had some MAF sensor cleaner laying around, so I'm really just going to try to spray some gunk in there and see if that helps us out. So, and this shouldn't be super hard to get to. I believe, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little plug going in the bottom right there. I believe that's the MAF sensor. It's on this side of things. The video I watched, actually, to see how hard or easy of a job this was, had you going in from that side and coming back. Why? Who knows? But I'm going to go in this side and probably find out why they went in the other side. Nice, and we are just home free. So turn that back down and keep that in place. So then, that's the MAF. I guess I don't really need to take it out. There's an inlet right there, so I'm going to take this little straw, and there's not a whole lot left in this. I'm going to try to be accurate with it. Not sure it's off in the face. There we go. So I'm going to spray down that hole, and spray all around. Probably overkill. Smells like brake cleaner. Okay. And that's, like I said, it's kind of like brake cleaner. It's a dry liquid, so it should dry out pretty quick. Then I will throw that thing back on and we'll fire it up, see if it has any issues while I'm in here. Ooh, yeah, while I'm in here, let's check this thing. Kind of pat that out. Could use changed. It's really not terrible. Air filters will last you very long time, especially if you take them out and clean them on a half regular basis. Whew. Yep. You just need a little bit of cleaning. Throw that bad boy right back in there. Alright, and that already, I mean, it's already drying out. So I'm going to go ahead, throw this back together, undo this little clamp here. There we go. And little maintenance stuff like this is super boring and can get repetitive if you have a lot of vehicles, but it saves you a lot of trouble in the long run, trust me. You car guys that have been car guys for a minute know that. There we go, this little notch has got to fit into. Nice. Alright, that's in there. Screw this back in. And there we go. That's done with. Now we can get to the front vehicles. I know what you're thinking. Shame on you. Okay, so now that we got the Ford all fixed up, let me tell you about the Corvette. So I know in the last Corvette video, I said that I thought the clutch was slipping, and the clutch is slipping. No doubt about that. But I can't walk and talk. So it's just a slave cylinder. I would bleed the fluid, and within like a minute or two of driving it, it would be right back to being super dirty. The clutch would go right back to feeling the way that it did. So I decided to replace the slave cylinder, because I thought the seals were just going bad in it, you know, because the master cylinder doesn't look that bad, doesn't look super old. I think it's new. It's not OEM, it's not, you know, the 35-year-old factory one. Well, you figure out how many jackets up. So, in trying to put that in, the way that you do it, and I want to talk to some GM engineers about this, because the way you do it, you have to hold this, because it has a little push rod, and then you have the clutch fork. You have to hold the slave cylinder pressed up against the clutch fork, and try to put two little short 8mm bolts in, and then aluminum bell housing. Do you see where I'm going with this? And you have about that much space to do it as well. There's no room, sits super low. Not an ideal situation is what I'm getting at. So, I stripped out bottom threads. I then, and there's a short, I believe on YouTube and Instagram that I made, 1776 reasons why not to, or reason 1776 not to own a Corvette. And I spent 12 hours in my friend's garage trying to not only fix, like drill and tap the hole, but replace the bolts with studs. Studs is how it should have been from the factory. If you've ever done a slave cylinder job on a Corvette, you know that I'm right. Should have been studs. I'll get you one here and show you in a second, and you will agree with me. So we got the top one successfully replaced with a stud. The bottom one, I guess the drill bit we had was incorrect or something. The threads didn't take, it wouldn't hold. So I floated gears home in my Corvette. I floated gears and stuff before, but I don't want to float gears in my T56. I'm sorry. Floated gears, 20 minutes home, and here it's set for. It's been a good month. It's been a solid month. So I have helicoil. I twisted the brake line or the clutch fluid line on it as well, and the cheapest OEM replacement is $100 for that much of hard line. So I spent like $10 on a roll that is you know, 10 times as long as that. So I'm going to throw on a new line. I'm going to throw in the slave cylinder. I'm going to put helicoil in. I'm going to fix that thread, and we're going to have a clutch. A good clutch. Because if you remember from the service records I found, this transmission is not the factory one. It was replaced in, I think, 2013. I don't remember. 13 maybe. And it's got like 5,000 miles on it. 5,000 miles on the clutch. So the clutch should not feel that bad. Also, shout out to my brother-in-law because they got me these things. Never had jack trans before. I know, don't do it, I don't recommend it, but now I have safety equipment. Here we go. Seems like a good place to me. That's locked in. Yeah, I'm super excited to get this thing back on the road. I miss this car. Is it the fastest Corvette? Is it the fastest car? No. Is it extremely fun and enjoyable to drive? Absolutely, and you should get one. Alright, so got the car up in the air. I have help now. Everybody's favorite co-star, Coy, come over. So we're working on the slave cylinder right now, trying to pull that out. Then we're gonna start making our new line and throwing everything back together, hopefully without it breaking this time. Well, we got that fitting out. It didn't come willingly, but it came out. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so this is our brake line off the Corvette, or clutch line. Here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to measure out this line, which I think I have a tool somewhere, but just to roll this roll out, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm gonna roll it out probably a little bit more than I need. So, of course, there are bends and stuff in this, and I'm not gonna try to replicate it exactly. It's gonna get thereabouts. So we'll go about there. That's more than enough. Where's my kit's over there, but. So how do you make your own custom clutch line? Well, I don't know, but I was shown once last night, so I could probably make it happen. This is more for entertainment than education, so... Oh, that's hot. Don't watch this as a how-to. It is spicy out here. That thing was closed in the box, and I can barely touch it. It's so hot. I want to borrow some of these gloves. That might help take the edge off of this heat. Alright, so this little tool is specifically for cutting up your brake line. They use these in plumbing, on pipes and everything too. It's a pretty common tool to have. So we're just going to grab it. We're going to find out where we want to cut our brake line, which is thereabouts-ish. Just unscrew it so it can slide on. Now you're going to screw it down. Put some decent tension on it, nothing crazy. Give it some room to work here. And just go around, you'll slowly cut into it. Keep adding pressure as needed. As it cuts into it, it'll kind of loosen up, you'll feel it, and you can kind of add some more pressure as you go along. It's not hard at all. There we go. Very quick, very easy, very simple. Alright, don't need that. So, obviously the most important thing in this whole setup, where are the adapter pieces we just got? Oh, thank you. The most important thing is to I about just lost it. I about just lost my mind. I was about to start screaming. I was like, why doesn't this fit, Coy? Why doesn't this fit?
I think you have lost your mind.
Heat exposure. It's the heat. We'll call it that. Anyway, most important thing is to get your, what are these, bubble flare nuts, I think is what they call them. It's a stupid name. But your brake line nuts, the most important thing is to get them on before you flare ends. Because if you flare end, you will not be able to get these on, and then this line is useless and you can throw it away. Unless you can cut the end. If you gave yourself enough room, you can cut the end off, flare it again, but try not to do that. So anyway, so we've got these, and typically you wouldn't have these. These are adapters because none of the parts stores had the right bubble flare nut to go over this line and fit into our master and slave cylinders. So we have adapters, which cost $10 a piece. Kind of crazy. Anyway, so once you have your bubble flare nuts on, take a jig, and we got 3/16 lines, so that would be the smallest one on here. Take your jig. Ooh, this is hot. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this until it cools down. And you want to sit your line in there almost flush with the jig. I'll show you.
All right, here's where it's gonna suck it like you've never seen.
Okay.
So
got everything back together, by the way. Trying to film, but it's also about 116 degrees outside with humidity that feels like your mom is sitting on me. So, you know, I'm getting it done. But got everything back together. New hard line is made. Tried to film a segment on how to make that hard line. My phone shut down because of a temperature warning. So I don't know how much footage I actually got of that. But anyway, I'm just going to refill and he's going to vacuum bleed it.
alright, I'm fixing to crack it.
Alright, go for it. Reservoir's running out really
It's gonna
fast.
go down quick.
Yes, it is.
You need me to stop, it's holler.
You're good? This is efficient.
Just going down fast.
It's going down pretty quick, yeah. It's slowing down a little bit.
Alright.
It is, I think last time I checked the temperature it was like 95, but it has to have like 115.
You want to see? Wait, I just remembered. There's two fittings on here, and I hope I put the right fitting on the right spot.
I think you can use either.
You sure?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's particular. I could be wrong, but I don't think it matters.
Okay. You want to see if you have a clutch? That's what you're
Yeah.
telling me? Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I didn't realize it was gonna. Okay. I'm okay with the jack stand giving out, just not while I'm on top of it, because then it'll feel like my fault. Ooh, nothing. can't see what the...
And you're sure that it got hooked up?
Okay. I mean, I'm not...
No pressure at all?
Not really. There's like a little bit there.
Let's do it the old-fashioned way, where we do the pump and hold.
All right, for a certain people out there, we're on an actual highway this time we do this pull, but we got the clutch back together. We got a proper driver in the seat, supposedly, so we're gonna see what it'll do. It's been ripping a lot better. Clutch is still slipping a little bit, but... Oh yeah. This is 70 miles an hour, allegedly. Yeah, it's back. So I apologize for the absolute mess that this video has been. Crazy editing and all that. Probably shouldn't have been out in the heat yesterday. You know, 95 degrees outside with like 63% humidity. I think me and Coy went through like 10 water bottles a piece or something crazy. Definitely not a good idea, but moving on. So I was going to fix the driver's side wheel on the Corvette, if I can talk. I was gonna fix the driver's side wheel on the Corvette. Has not worked since I've gotten it, as you know if you watched the Corvette video. Well, came out here this morning before church and kind of ran out of time, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna bang on the door card a little bit, even though I've been opening and shutting this door for months now. And I don't know, maybe it'll knock off some corrosion or something. Flicked the switch. That didn't work, so I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna come home tonight and, you know, fix my window. Well, oh, that's, well, you can't make that up. But yeah, sitting at a stoplight, going out of town to church this morning, and it just started working. I don't know. And my final thing for this video was going to be fixing the radio in the Tahoe with this wiring kit from Walmart. That should take something. I guess I didn't look close enough because even though this says 1988 to 2005 GM products, which this Tahoe is 1000% in that range, it doesn't fit the radio for some reason. So I guess that's the end of this video. I was hoping to get it uploaded tonight. That way I can be a little bit more consistent on this platform. Hopefully YouTube will reward me for that. So should see me within the next 2 weeks sometime. Subscribe if you like the content. It's not the best video on here. Go check out the Corvette video. The Tahoe video I just uploaded is pretty cool. The story of this thing is kind of crazy. But yeah, check it out. Give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.